As you know, the Chinese shipbuilding industry dominates a lot of the bulk carriers in the world. They're the majority constructor. But still, in coming to cruise ships, I think they've got less than 2% of the world's market in cruise ships, so they've got probably some of the best technology and access to other people. That's a market they want to go into. So one day we're having lunch over a couple of dumplings, and they said, well, how do you think we can break into that cruise market? I said, well, we should build the Titanic, you know? And they said, let's do it then. So I went home and I thought about it, and I hadn't seen James Cameron's movie, but I watched it that night and I thought, well, why not, you know? That's how it happened.
When was that?
That would have been about 18 months ago, I suppose, you know. I had to convince my wife I could spend the money, you know. I'm the boss of our family, but I've got her permission to say that. It's an authorised statement. You can publish that as an authorised statement.
Old one, but keeping all the safety features still in there.
Well, the design is, of course, from the passenger point of view, the authentic Titanic, but of course from the safety point of view we have to meet obviously all the safety regulations which are related to damage stability, fire, evacuation, safe evacuation of people, but we of course want to go even beyond that, which means that we are carrying out a lot of simulations of all kind of possible events, incidents, accidents which may happen, which may take place in an unlikely event. So that's how we approach simulating the safety of the vessel so that we can show people that this is a safe ship.
What was your initial
perhaps like you, I was surfing the net with my daughter, and we was looking at, there's been lots of stories in the past of people having this crazy idea of building another one, you know, and a replica. It wasn't until I actually seen the Blue Star Line's webpage on the internet, I sent an email across, and lo and behold I got one back within a couple of months saying, oh hello, who are you? And how you associated with the original, and it's progressed since then. And since then, I've come to realise it's not a flash in the pan. It's actually going to happen, and things have progressed quite quickly over the few months. So, really impressed.
Yeah.
I might say we had Molly Brown, who's the great-great-granddaughter of Molly Brown, who was on the original ship, and you've heard about the unsinkable Molly Brown, which was a destroyer in the First World War. I think it was leased to the United Kingdom in World War II as well. But she's a legend in the United States, and we had her daughter at our New York dinner, and she's very enthusiastic about it, and you may have seen her on the US media. And we've got a whole range of descendants from the Titanic time that have expressed a strong interest. A lot of them have wanted to buy cabins in the same cabins their descendants had. So it's very interesting, you know.
When you have such an honor and opportunity to become part of the Titanic team, it's really a great thing. It's thrilling me. With today's world, we have all the possible software tools available with which we can simulate all kind of incidents. We can simulate everything what has been taken already in the world. So understanding what the safety really needs to be. This is just a small ship compared to all the big ships which have more than 8,000 people today, like Oasis class, in which we have also been involved. So we will of course apply the present rules which were not there then at the time when Titanic was built. But I must say that in many respects Titanic was built in a very good way. I mean, in many respects it was already well thought, designed even though there were no regulations available. Yes, we're going to simulate and see that the safety is beyond the present rules.
He wants to know where you travel on it. Would you go on the first trip?
Certainly, I will be part of the first trip.
I got it.
I have the possibility to join on the third.
I was going to let him get out of it.
So is the shipyard interested in getting the original materials again, or is it just that you take the cheapest you get?
Well, you don't take the cheapest you get.
Well, of course, first we have to apply the present rules, and some of the materials are not acceptable anymore in today's world because of safety regulations, mainly for fire safety. But obviously, it will be of interest to see how these companies could supply materials which are exactly like the original ones.
So hopefully everybody will enjoy it. You know, that's what it's all about, really. It's about enjoying and remembering all those things, and celebrating the lives of the people who went before us, the artisans, the craftsmen, and things they did. Remembering what's more important in the world today is moral courage than how big your wallet is, or whether you're going to make the news tomorrow. So I think it's going to be very, very exciting. Now, one last question. Who wants to ask it? Anyone? Okay.
Have you earmarked anybody to be captain yet? Have you interviewed anybody? And will we be trying to cross the Atlantic in rapid time?
Well, I think it'll be limited by the speed of the ship, which will be pretty similar to the previous one, which isn't the fastest now. But we've been looking through Smiths. There's not that many Smiths that are captains these days. All right. Thanks very much. We'll see you later. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for your interest in